Okay.
Yep.
You are 15 questions away from the million. Are you ready to go? Have a look at this for 100 euros.
Okay. What's usually given as a 21st birthday present? A mortgage, a yacht, a lump of coal, a key. That'd be the key to the wine
Easy
cellar,
one.
actually,
You
because
have
when you turn
100
21,
euros.
you get access to the alcohol cabinet. That's how it is. So,
Easy enough so far.
all right.
Here's question 2. It's worth 200 euros.
Name the famous country western singer Kenny Rabbit, Pan, Rogers, Peter. Must be a coward
You
to
think
count
it's
country in this
C?
question.
It sure is. You have 200 euros. Now, moving on, here's one for 300
Okay.
euros.
Name the mountain range sleeve, bloom, flower, plant, seed. That'd be sleeve
You
bloom.
think it's A? Doing fine. 300 euros. Answer this one. It'll take you up to 500 euros.
Okay. Queen Mary of England was called Messy Mary, Bloody Mary, Naughty Mary, and Tidy Mary. That'd be Bloody
You
Mary.
think it's B? Good on you. You got 500 euros. You still have all 3 lifelines left. You have 50-50, phone a friend, and ask the audience. Get this next one, and you have 1,000 euros. Nobody can take that from you. Have a look at the question.
Okay. According to the title of a 1993 movie, Tom Hanks was sleepless in Cincinnati, Seattle, Chicago, Sheffield. That'd be sleepless in
You think
Seattle.
it's B? Is that what you're going with? You looked like you knew what you were doing, and you did. That's the right answer. You just won 1,000 euros. Congratulations to you. You've won 1,000 euros. Whatever happens now, you have that in the bank. Have a look at the next one for 2,000 euros. You might as well have a go at it.
Okay, for 2,000 euros, so... Ernest Hemingway's book about a life in Paris is called A Movable Supper, Dinner, Party, Feast. That movable feast, which I think was about him in the First World War, actually, if I'm not mistaken. It could be about the D-Day.
You had 1,000 euros, whether this answer was right or wrong.
Is that D-Day or
right.
World War
You now
I,
have
actually,
2,000
that Hemingway wrote the book
euros.
on?
From now on, the amount of money starts to rise pretty steeply. You are now just 9 questions away from the 1 million mark, but if you get this wrong, you could lose 1,000 euros. Take a look at this for 4,000
Alright,
euros.
4,000 euros, so... What nationality was the scientist and philosopher Aristotle? English, Egyptian, Greek, Italian. That'd be Greek.
You think it's C. The money is mounting up. You have 4,000 euros. You seem to be in good form. Are you ready to go for the next one? 4,000 euros worth.
Okay, halfway point
Here
this
comes the
time,
question.
so... Jason Sherlock plays football for which Irish county? Tyrone, Kildare, Galway, Dublin. That'd be Dublin. I think I guessed on it.
You
I
think it's
think it was
D?
the worst days I had in Australia in December, actually.
This was your chance to win
I'm not
8,000
sure why I
euros,
went with
and you
Dublin.
took it.
I guess the next
You
murder was in
had
Dublin.
8,000
I don't
euros.
know why. I think it's probably the worst day. I think it was the one I had Like a Rock by Bob Seger as the song of the day, actually, I think.
Have a look at question 9. Get this one wrong, you lose 7,000 euros. Get it right, you'll be worth 16,000.
Okay, 16 thou. Okay. In which Italian city would you find La Scala Opera House? Venice, Florence, Turin, Milan. God damn, it'd be a new one if I got
You
this
think
wrong.
it's
Milan.
D. You had 8,000 euros. You now have 16,000 euros.
Yeah, goddamn's on the Discord server. Great friend of mine on Discord, great friend of Tom as well. But yeah, he's from Italy, so I also think, not for the production house, but Mattia probably also wrote me a new one if I got that wrong, if I ever followed the production house.
You still have all 3 lifelines left. You have 50-50, phone a friend, and ask the audience.
Okay. This is
You
for
have
full
just
day.
won 16,000 euros. Now that's a lot of money. Have a look at the next question. Remember, you don't have to play. You can leave now. But we would love for you to win more. Try this one for 32,000 euros.
Okay, 32,000. What was a rail around a ship's stern called? Taiga, Diaha, Taffeta, Taffrail. That'd be the taffrail.
You think it's D. When you leave the game, you can be sure of one thing. You will take with you a minimum of 32,000 euros. It's the correct answer.
So that's 40, so...
That was brilliant. I'm writing you out a check for at least 32,000 euros, but I would much rather write you out one for at least 64,000 euros. Have a look at this. You have nothing to lose. Try it for the credit.
Right, 64,000. No risk here, so... In the human body, the crispness factor is found in the bones, hair, blood, nails. That'd be blood.
You think it's C? Well, you knew that you had nothing to lose by answering this question, and you didn't have. But you're now worth 64,000 euros. The next question is worth 125,000 euros, but there is a built-in loss of 32,000 if you should be unlucky enough to get it wrong. Have a look at it. Remember, you don't have to play. You can leave now with 64,000 euros.
Okay. Jerome Napoleon Bonaparte, the last member of the Bonaparte family, died when? 1895, 1875, 1945, 1912. It happened in 1945, and
You think it's
kind of unusual
C?
death. He actually died. I think he tripped over his
It
dog
must be quite a
walking, and he
feeling
actually
having a
broke
check
his
for
neck. I
64,000
think
euros.
the death of him was a $500,000 question
How
in the
does it feel to
syndicated run
have
of the
one
show,
for
right near the very end with Chris Harrison's house.
125,000? It's the
So.
right answer. I can write you a check right now for 125,000 euros, but I think that would be a shame, because you only have to answer 3 more questions and you win the whole 1 million. This is the next question for 250,000 euros. Get it right, and I can tear up the one I have. Take your time. It's up to
Alright,
you.
for 250. How many times was Henry VIII divorced? 3 times? 4 times? 5 times? Twice. That'd be twice. I believe
You
it
think it's
was
D.
Catherine of Aragon and Anna Claus were the two that
You
Henry
could have
VIII
walked away
divorced.
with a check for 125,000 euros.
Catherine was the
You
first
can't
and
now.
Anna Claus was the fourth.
Now if you walk away, you will leave with 250,000. You are now just 2 questions away from 1 million euros. Whatever happens, you have done remarkably well. You have 250,000. You now have the chance to play for 500,000. Look at the question, reason it through, decide whether or not you want to play. Remember, get this wrong, you will go right back to 32,000 euros. So, take your time. Here is the
Alright, for
question.
500,000, so... Okay. What is albumin? Tobacco, fruit juice, egg white, seaweed. That'd be egg whites.
You think it's C? Well, you were either going to win 500,000 euros or lose 218,000. One or the other. You made your call. You went for it. Congratulations, you're now worth 500,000 euros.
Okay, as for this one, because both... Let's see... Wellington, Booth, and my Menez are at so 1 in 13 odds now. I'll say Atlanta, which would be Chico.
You have 500,000 euros. Congratulations on a very fine game. We are excited and delighted that you have earned the chance to play for the sum of 1 million euros. You have a check for 500,000. It is there if you want to take it. But here is the final question, the one that could make you a millionaire. It'll cost you nothing to look at it, but remember, if you get it wrong, you will go all the way back to 32,000 euros. It is your call. Here it is. We wish you the very
Alright,
best
this
of
is
luck.
for a hat trick, so... What is a saltire? Attacks on salt, a coastal marsh, an X-shaped cross, a biblical play. That'd be actually, I think Logan would really know if we got this wrong, because he's from Scotland, which has a saltire, so...
When you started this game, there were 15 questions between you and €1 million. You gave it your best shot, you climbed all the way to the top, until there was only 1 question to go, and then you chose your answer and decided to play. The result is that you have done it. You have won €1 million. Congratulations, you're a millionaire!
John Carpenter game number 373 and my third for tonight, so... So that's my third in a row, so... That being said, thanks for watching.